can I ask, are you the gentleman, and I'm fairly sure you are, that a few years ago told me that you hadn't got a cold since you started doing fist bumps instead of handshakes?
That's probably me. Yeah.
Is that you? Yeah, I remember. I've remembered that several times during COVID and been like, he was right.
What's really funny is how many people right before COVID happened would talk to me about how do you get away with just doing fist bumps and not shaking hands? I go, it's real easy. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I just do fist bumps. And like that's it. I was ahead of the curve.
Yeah, you were indeed. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to distract. But
no. So, Sandra, the last time I spoke to you, you revealed or told me how much of a true crime buff you are. You recommended a show. I forget what it was, but I am curious, what have you been watching recently that you want to recommend?
Nothing other than what my kids are watching. Just insane YouTubers doing insane things with food and science and information. Like I'm literally down serious rabbit holes in that department. I just have not had the time to do anything other than that. So I haven't been able to like sink my teeth into any show, get lost in anything. So just crazy YouTubers that apparently all live down the street from us. My kids are convinced they're all down the street. And I was like, honey, they don't live down the street. No, they do. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Daniel, if someone has actually never seen anything that you've done before, what is the first thing you want them watching and why?
Honestly, Swiss Army Man, because I'm really proud of that film, and it's just so bizarre that but I also think it's one of those films that like if you showed it to an alien, they would like learn stuff about human beings from it. Like it is actually saying something good about humanity. So yeah, I would go for Swiss Army Man.
Sandra, at what point in the shoot did you say, what the F was I thinking wearing this onesie as my outfit for this film?
You know, it wasn't the onesie that sent me over the edge. It was the boots. It was the boots. And I was like, it's not going to be funny if she conveniently is given a pair of sneakers, you know, and then the audience is going to look at it and go, really, sneakers? So now you're conveniently in comfortable shoes. It just didn't make sense. And the directors were like, well, maybe the heels. I said, no, it has to be a heel or it's not funny. And like, I was in so much pain. The jumpsuit was a blessing. It was the shoes that killed me. Like climbing, water, river, like it was so painful. That's when I would complain, but I couldn't complain audibly because then the directors would go, we told you. And I was like, oh, you don't know comedy like I do. So, yeah, it was the shoes.
What I really enjoyed about this movie is it's just a fun popcorn movie. And it has like comedy and action and like, it's just a feel good, fun movie. Can you sort of both talk about that aspect of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is something lovely about when you are going to work and you know the mission you have is to make something that is essentially joyous and escapist and fun. You know, obviously there's a place for dark confrontational cinema, but I think it's a really noble thing to make something that's just fun and enjoyable, and it makes the process of making it is very lovely as well. So yeah, it was very, very fun to make a movie like this.
Yeah, it's escapism. I mean, why is the escapism only allowed to be in a Marvel film, you know, where you have these fantastical moments that allow you to just dream a little bit and not have the weight on you. And we had to tick those boxes. You know, there are those moments that I'm like, I would love to be a part of a moment like this, but make it better, make it more meaningful, make it, you know, and you have a responsibility to the audience to give that fantastical, beautiful landscape, the moments, like when you're shooting, you go, you know, we can't shoot this because it doesn't show enough. And so where can we get the scope and where can you get the feel of being someplace else? So there's a lot of responsibility to it, but when you pull it off, and I think we did, it's like, you know, I keep saying, I wish we were a ride at Disneyland. I wished our film could be a ride because it would be that moment of like, I want to go travel for an hour and 53 minutes and I want to go where they went.
One of the things I liked about this film, one of the many things, is that I don't want to get specific, but the ending was not what I expected. And I really liked this ending because it was...
Which ending?
Wait, did you guys, where the treasure is not what...
Yes.
Right.
That was really important. When I got the script, the treasure was a treasure. And I was like, I don't want a treasure. Like what everyone is hunting for goods and value in stuff. It'd be really nice if there was the mythology of the mythology versus the reality
Right.
of what was there. And I thought if this is what people were protecting, that would be really meaningful, really
great.
meaningful.
I didn't know that had been a change. That's great. It's so much more. It's also, from my character's point of view, it's great for there to be nothing there that he was
nothing,
after, because it really is. It's a sort of Shakespearean reversal for him to get nothing.
Yeah.
Before I run out of time, Daniel, I have to ask you, I could not be more excited about the Weird Al movie.
Right.
Could not be more excited.
Awesome. I think it deserves your excitement. It is.
Right.
It is genuinely one of the most fun things I've ever done.
What?
I
said one of.
So English. They're just so like, they just cut to the bone and they're like, sorry. So sorry.
I definitely want to know that was it the script that said I want to do this? Like, can you?
Yeah, it really was. I mean, obviously, when I was offered the part, I'm a huge fan of Al, so it was kind of, I wanted to do it. But even had the film not been about Al and it was just a parody of this type of movie about a musician, it would have functioned just as well. Like, the script is really, really brilliant in and of itself. So yeah, I'm excited for people to see it.
For both of you. I love learning about like the behind the scenes of the making of a movie or a show. So for soon to be fans of this, what do you think would surprise people to learn about the actual making of the movie?
Surprise.
How much we had to cram into a short period of time. The explosion. There's a wheelbarrow moment.
Yeah.
That was one take. Everything lined up on that moment. Every reaction that you see is genuine because we thought our heads were coming off.
Watching it with that in mind, your reaction is really
scared
funny.
the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Scared the crap out of him. Poor Brad had to like take my weight with that wheelbarrow, and Channing was just holding onto my foot. And all those things had to come together, and it all happened in one take. And no actors were harmed in the making of that moment.
Luckily.
Still alive.
I was going to say, on that note, I got to stop. I'm just going to say again, thank you for your work, and I hope it's a huge hit.